Headlines is brought to you by
Flamingo Paint
and Napa Foods, Heaven Black Insecticide Spray and Coil.
Tonight, police in Kumasi on manhunt for 2 persons alleged to have killed a 14-year-old boy at Aboabo.
Also tonight, court unable to impanel jury and adjourns Adisadel College student alleged assault case to August 2.
Asin North Member of Parliament James Jechi Kwesi to personally cross-examine the prosecution witness if his lawyers fail to show up on July 31.
In business news, Fitch Solutions predicts policy rate cuts by 600 basis points to 22% by end of 2024.
On the international front, General Abdurrahman Tiani declares himself as new leader of Niger after dramatic coup. We have details of all these stories and more. Do be a part of the show. We'll be happy to hear your thoughts on the stories we have for you tonight.
We begin from the Ashanti region, where the Airport Police Command in Kumasi is on a manhunt for 2 persons whose acts allegedly led to the death of a 14-year-old boy at Aboabo. Masawudu Abdulaziz was hit by a stray bullet at a Far festival in the community. A report by Ibrahim Abubakar.
A viral video captured the final moment of Masawudu departing to eternity. Attempt to save his life by people around the scene of incident failed. He died on the spot minutes after the bullet hit him.
11:30 in the night, I heard that there's a gunshot we need in the community. So I rushed to the scene. When I got there, I saw a pool of blood, and then I asked those who were around, and then they told me that 2 people have been shot. You know, yesterday was a fire festival. So during a fire festival, people who believe that they have magic, they will always come out with to show their powers. So during the incident, one person just appeared and then told that he is having some power. So he wanted them to test a gun on him. So during the midst of shooting, he didn't get hurt, but those around him got hurt. One person died instantly, and then the other one too was taken to the hospital.
Family of the deceased reported to the Airport Police Command Friday morning. Most of them were still in shock. Muaz Abdulbak is the uncle of the deceased.
The
police requested we conduct a post-mortem. They have assured us of following up on the case to its finality. The perpetrators are currently at large.
The Airport District Police Command has begun investigations into circumstances that led
to the shootings of the 2. They are on a search for the perpetrators.
Ibrahim Abubakar, TV3 News, Kumasi.
Let's go to Parliament now. The decision by the Trade Minister to drag the chairman of the Finance Committee, Kweku Kwarteng, to the floor of Parliament to answer questions on tax exemption referrals has incurred the wrath of the minority in Parliament. The minority is questioning the motive of tax exemptions when government is struggling with revenue mobilization. Komla Kluche reports.
I recall that the Trade Minister just about a couple of days ago stood up here and was, let me borrow the word, a bit furious about what is happening. Mr. Speaker, what is happening? The Finance Committee had that referral since 2021. I remember that your speakership even asked them to co-opt the leadership of the Trade Committee for us to sit and come up with some way forward. Up till now, Mr. Speaker, nothing is happening. People who have been promised this exemption, people who came into the country because of that economic, that playing field that we gave them to have the opportunity to have their goods clear from the port and, of course, go about their business.
That is Carlos Ahinkra, former Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry, pushing the position of Katie Hammond to have Kweku Kwarteng dragged before the table to answer questions on the referrals unattended to for allegedly 2 years. Parliament has passed the tax exemptions bill that provides an exemptions regime that includes variations and eligibility criteria for the exemptions. An incensed minority chief whip is questioning the motive of the majority MPs pushing for the exemptions, coming on the defense of the Finance Committee chairman.
It is never true that somebody is deliberately stifling the passage of tax waivers. And let me remind you that we have granted tax waivers to many companies who are actually not doing anything. And you know about it. So encouraging us to be giving tax waivers just because the people have demanded it is not correct. Find out from yourself. We've granted tax waivers in millions of dollars for the construction of the Pullman Hotel. Go to the site now and find out if any construction is going on there.
The minority leader, Dr. Kesa Lato-Forson, has been defending the Finance Committee on the allegations.
Mr. Speaker, it is not right and it is wrong for you to think that the Finance Committee, of which I'm a member, has failed to sit on the referrals. We sat on it, we brought it to this House rejected it and referred it back to the Finance Committee to look at it again. And that is why, Mr. Speaker, we are not able to submit those referrals. Mr. Speaker, we are talking of 150 tax exemptions, 150 companies, amounting to billions of cedis. Mr. Speaker, at the time that the government needs every revenue, and this House has referred it back to the Finance Committee. So nobody should blame the chairman of the Finance Committee for not doing his job.
Certainly, a lot has been happening in Parliament. Let's speak to Komla Klutse, our parliamentary correspondent, who's joined us via Zoom. Komla, good evening. Thank you for joining us. First of all, we understand the Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, has been meeting with some MPs ahead of the mid-year budget review scheduled for next week. What necessitated this meeting?
Well, that meeting, I can confirm to you, did go on. That much publicized meeting lasted a little over 30 minutes when the Finance Minister met them. Normally, before the presentation of the budget or the media review, the Finance Minister will meet what we call the Committee of the Whole, and this is just a meeting of just the MPs alone and the Finance Minister, and these are housekeeping meetings that they hold. Today's meeting, from my sources, it was just for the Finance Minister to let the House know what exactly he's coming to give the House on Monday. The date has been confirmed for the media review, now on Monday at 10 a.m. My sources within the MPs tell me that Finance Minister came and told them that, of course, our debt issues are still the same. The economy is recovering, though, but there are still challenges. Ken Ofori-Atta would be giving the media review, not with a motion, and this will just be by a statement. And so, per the rules of the House of the Standing Orders, I mean, once it's a statement, it's not supposed to generate debate. So on Monday, the MPs are not going to debate the statements that Ken Ofori-Atta will be making. It will just be comments that they will be making to the statement that Ken Ofori-Atta will be making. Now, he was also asked by the MPs on statutory payment, but my sources do tell me that the responses he gave did not suggest that those statutory payments are going to be made before he will come to give the media review. Ordinarily, sometimes the MPs, through this Committee of the Whole meeting, are able to hold him to the neck, and he's able to commit himself to the payment. We understand that the District Assembly's Common Fund is actually been owed in excess of about up to 2018 or so, thereabout. But it doesn't appear that when he met them, he committed himself to the payment of this statutory fund. And so the MPs are actually not expecting much from Ken Ofori-Atta on Monday, except that the position as it is now in terms of the economy is going to be giving some assurances of works that they are doing, apart from the IMF deal that is ongoing now. The IMF team has come already to do some assessment for the very first time after they released the first tranche. And so you'll be apprising the House with those information. And so we do not expect that Ken Ofori-Atta will be given a motion in terms of a mid-year review that would be able to generate a lot of debate on Monday.
Right, and Kwamla, clearly from what you're telling us, that is not the norm, is it? It would have been expected that the finance minister would come, present the mid-year budget, then there'll be a debate by both sides. So, since this is not the norm, what has the position of the MPs been? Are they all right with it, okay with it?
Well, in terms of it not being the norm, it's not the first time that this is actually going to be happening. Normally, mid-year reviews are as a result, you know, they are supplementary estimates and all that, or they are coming to ask for more money. But with the circumstances now, he's unable to ask for more money because of the program that we are running with the IMF. That's my understanding. So it's not out of place for him to make a statement which the MPs will be contributing to. However, it doesn't mean that the MPs will not be able to express themselves on some things that they have identified with the economy and some of the things that he will be saying. And so the MPs have actually been expressing some misgivings also about what he's coming to do. A lot of them, especially the minority MPs, are indicating that Ken Ofori-Atta is not coming to give anything better than the Bible quotations and others. That is, these are words that is used or have told us in confidence. For instance, we listened this morning to the ranking member on the Finance Committee, Isaac Adunko, who said that he doesn't expect anything at all from Ken Ofori-Atta. But the majority is confident that yes, the first tranche of the IMF money has come, and that they are expecting that the Finance Minister would apprise them and tell them judiciously how these monies are being used and what they expect to do going forward.
Thank you for those updates from Parliament. Komla Kluche is our parliamentary correspondent.
Underway from Parliament, the Vice President of Imani Ghana, Kofi Bentil, has urged government to address economic wastage rather than what he termed unnecessary taxes. He believes a mid-year budget review should tackle current economic challenges, describing the current economic situation as self-inflicted. He was speaking at the Professor George Ayite Memorial Lecture in Accra.
It will be sad if we don't use this budget to try and restore economic health. It will be terrible if this budget comes back and it's another politically inspired budget, you know, with one eye looking at the election, with, you know, inexplainable expenditure items, and generally things that do not address the present economic catastrophe and seek to restore us to economic health. I won't say or stop government from imposing new taxes, but they must make sense. So far, they've not made that much sense. And the taxes must make a difference. To make a difference, they must be properly collected, and we must make sure the channels, they are being properly at some tax. Look, I don't know why we're paying ESLA, COVID, we are paying some taxes which don't make sense now. You know, and if you look at the average port tax bill, you see all kinds of things that now fumigation and all kinds of things are in there. These are things that I think our parliamentarians should start getting serious about, because we do pay taxes, just that they go to the wrong places, and then when they are wasted and stolen, nobody asks any questions.
On to some other stories tonight. The Adisadel College student alleged to have assaulted a colleague in the school has been granted bail after the Cape Coast District Court faced challenges with empaneling the required number of persons to form a jury. The court, presided over by Eric Ohene MP Boisiako, adjourned the case to the 2nd of August. Being a juvenile case, it was called in the judge's chamber. Earlier this week, the student was arrested by the police in Cape Coast and charged with causing harm and assault. So that's by way of update of developments regarding the Adisadel College issue.
In a related development, churches are being called to instill responsibility in senior high school students despite the free senior high school policy allowing governments to run schools. And this call comes amid growing indiscipline in schools. Judith Awatri-Tando reports.
It all started when a video of an Adisadel College student assaulting a colleague went viral and caused social media uproar. Many have since questioned the ban of corporal punishment and the free senior high school policy, touting its removal as a cause of the growing indiscipline in schools.
It's beginning to seem as though with the introduction of the free senior school policy, there has been an emergence of indiscipline. And don't take it from me, I have heard the leadership of NAGRAT complain that their members have constantly given instances where they are unable, they are constrained in terms of disciplining students.
Just 2 days after the video flooded the media, another case of student indiscipline cropped up. This time involving 3 third-year students from the Wa Technical Institute. The students had injured their housemaster with a stone and sharp object simply because he had asked one of them to change into a prescribed attire.
I never knew that that was his intention. So all that I could realize was he just bent down and got up and used a stone and hit me.
Major stakeholders in the education sector are concerned. And at a time where Ghana is gravitating towards strengthening its moral vision, the role of the church comes to play. Chairman of the Church of Pentecost, Apostle Eric Nyamiche, is urging churches to get themselves involved in instilling discipline in schools, in spite of senior high schools being solely under government.
When we're handling our schools, we used to apply Christian principles and the principle of the kingdom of God. And that helps in morality building. And now that the churches are not fully in charge, we still have a hand in it in a way of partnering with the government to kind of handle the school. And so the churches can still have a hand in it. I want to encourage them to do their best.
On the issue of corporal punishment, he explains it is a thing of the past.
Discipline is just to make sure that you put barricades and boundaries around the human being so that the person will not misbehave. So we should sit down and look at the best ways to do that. Caning and all that is a thing of the past.
The views on indiscipline in schools may be varying, but ultimately, it is up to government to, as a matter of urgency, find a lasting solution. Judith Chitando, TV3 News.
All right, on some other stories now. The Accra High Court hearing the criminal trial of Asin North MP James Gyekye Quayson has cautioned the legislator over the absence of his lawyer. Justice Mary Mami Kia Nyanzu told Gyekye Quayson if his counsel fails to show up in court on the next adjourned date, he will be compelled to continue cross-examination with the prosecution's witness. Lord Edwasari sat through proceedings and reports.
Lawyers of Gyekye Quayson submitted a letter citing that Justin Terewaja was indisposed until July 30 and prayed for adjournment till after the legal break in October. But Deputy Attorney General Alfred Tioyeboah prayed the court to adjourn to July 31, which is the final day before the legal break. He explained that it has been over a year since the prosecution's first witness mounted the witness box and prayed for the hearing to be expedited, even if the case had to be heard during the legal break. When asked for his comments, the Asin North legislator told the court that he will be unavailable during the legal break since he has been unwell in the past 3 years. Alfred Tioyeboah, however, suggested that both Gyekye Quayson and his lawyers could join the cross-examination via online platforms if the case was to be heard during the legal vacation. He also pointed out that Justin Terewaja was the counsel for Gyekye Quayson according to the records, after the letter hinted that Chachichi Kata would be unavailable during the legal break. Justice Mary Nyanzu set Monday, July 31 for the conclusion of the cross-examination of Richard Techi Mensah, but warned the Asin North legislator that if his lawyer fails to appear in court, he will be made to carry out the exercise by himself. Lord Idwasari, TV3 News, Accra.
And the Accra High Court has set October 19 to determine whether or not Minister of Trade and Industry K.T. Hammond is guilty of contempt after he allegedly stated that Asin North MP James Gyekye Quayson will go to prison over his criminal trial case. Head of NDC Legal Affairs Abraham Amaliba noted that the party had the power to decide on who they would sue after citing K.T. Hammond. Another report by Lord Idwasari.
Presiding Judge Mary Mami Ekuye-Yanzu ordered lawyers of the Adansi Asukwa MP to justify why he should not be charged for his comments by August 31, 2023. Counsel for Judge Equason are also to file their written submissions concurrently. Katie Hammond, who was absent during the hearing, showed up after the case had been adjourned.
Katie Hammond will always be a target. You do know that. Good afternoon.
Head of NDC Legal Affairs, Ibrahim Amaliba, spoke after the hearing.
The minister made comments. He made comments. And those are the comments that we have brought to court. Those comments we think affect the trial of James Equason, and that's why we brought him to court. Everybody chooses his victim. So we've decided that we are bringing Katie Hammond. Maybe another day it will be somebody else. So today we have chosen our victim to be Katie Hammond.
Lord Edwasari, TV3 News, Accra.
Let's shift our attention to some other stories now. President Akufo-Addo has in less than 162 days to honor a promise he made to God to construct a national cathedral. After stalling for months, can the project be completed on time, even with availability of prompt funding? George Quinning was at the site and brings us a situational report.
This is a national cathedral project, and it is sitting on a plot of land approximately 101 square meters. And prior to this very construction, there were some properties sited on these prime lands, and these properties were demolished to pave way for the construction. The Sector Minister, Land and Natural Resources, Samuel Abu-Jinapor, was in Parliament on the 27th of July to talk about issues regarding compensation. For him, issues about compensations have been duly sorted. That's persons, both public and private, who have been affected by the construction have been adequately compensated by way of alternative properties. For instance, the Embassy of the Republic of Mali has been moved to Airport. Comsys Limited is now at East Ridge, and Numo Logistics Limited has now been moved to our cantonment. And so this is the very latest update. As to when this very construction works will commence, I can't really tell. As it stands now, some 300 million cedis have been utilized so far. This is the situational report on the controversial National Cathedral. Josh Quinning, TV3 News, Accra.
In more news tonight, the Ghana Association for the Study of Liver and Digestive Diseases has added its voice to calls to get hepatitis B treatment onto the National Health Insurance Scheme to alleviate patients' financial burden, which keeps increasing. Hepatitis B viral infection management in Ghana faces significant barriers due to high treatment costs.
Ghana has a 12.3% chronic hepatitis B prevalence, with 1 in 8 people infected. However, awareness on the condition is low, and most people are unaware of the situation. The typical cost of hepatitis B medication in Ghana is over 200 cedis, making it difficult for the average infected Ghanaian to afford treatment. This leads to many refusing screenings and vaccines, and those who test positive being unable to attend care centers, risking complications. The disease is increasing among youth, those aged 20 and above, and pregnant women.
When you are tested positive for hepatitis B, it seems you have to bear the cost of everything. It is not on the NHIS, so patients have to pay out of pocket for further testing. Even when people have maybe early signs of complications are set up and they are referred to the clinics, you write the labs for them and that is it. They can't come back because they have not been able to run the labs. The next time you see them, the situation is dire, and then there's nothing you can do than just to cancel and then give palliative care.
The group is collaborating with the Accra Regional Hospital to provide screening and vaccination for 1,000 people in Tudu, aiming to raise awareness about the disease. Hajia Muna Kuka is a trader.
We come to the market from morning till night, and we barely make time to check our health status.
Unfortunately, Ghana is yet to have a national hepatitis B, HBV or C, HCV elimination plan in place.
A level 200 student of the Koforidua Technical University, Victoria Ama, has been adjudged, the winner of the 2023 National Cooking Competition. She beat 8 others from the 6th edition of the National Tertiary Cooking Competition.
The competition aims at enhancing the cooking skills and recipe formulation of contestants while propelling them for job opportunities in the hospitality industry. Regina Lolowu of the Ho Technical University came third, while Emmanuel from the Takoradi Technical University secured the 2nd position. Victoria Ama from the Koforidua Technical University was crowned the winner after she accrued 351.5 points.
I made sure I learned, especially with the recipes. I was able to come out with my own recipe. I write them, I show them to somebody like a lecturer or a chef. Then they correct me with the recipe. I watched more videos on cooking, how to plate, how to be crazy with ingredients. That's what I did. I would love to be the world's best female chef.
An American-based chef, David Bannerman, was impressed about the dishes the students prepared using American poultry products.
It was very tough. Everybody put their heart and soul into it. I tasted food that I think was pretty amazing coming from third-year culinary students. I think they have a bright future, and I'm really excited about it. You need to be open. Do you want to just eat the food your mom ate, your mom cooked, and you saw the light bulbs go off, and you were all like, huh, yes, that's right, I have to cook for other people, not just for myself. So it was kind of a good moment for me to see that's what I'd like to see them improve, to be open to new ideas.
The winner of the competition will be granted a 4-month internship with the Labadi Beach Hotel.
You're still watching News 360 on TV3. Stay with us. We have business right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to demonstrate to you the superior properties of Flamingo paint as compared to other paint brands on the market. We take equal quantities of Flamingo paint and this ordinary paint. We then dilute them with water. And now, let the test begin. The gentleman on the left is going to apply the ordinary paint, and the gentleman on my right will use the Flamingo superior paint. As you can clearly see, Flamingo has the obvious better hiding. Furthermore, Flamingo has painted a much larger area. You know, 1 bucket of Flamingo paint is equal to several buckets of any other paint brand on the market. Flamingo paint is made with superior formulation to give superior durability, superior hiding, superior coverage. Flamingo paint, simply superior.
You just sleep. That's Madina.
Sentuntum say wunna ma de jume ma wonsa.
Efre ma be ma gani oba.
Ma wonsa. Sentuntum ma wa sumuda ma wonsa.
That shall not slap. Having black mosquito quail. Common tontom, na empom wisie bebre, na ema wo mowa, na ema wo nhwem, na ehwam.
Having insecticide spray, eye hwam, na sanso kumu a wotu ene omo wia nyina. Now having naphthalene balls and having perfumed insect repellent, no, a kumwa warrior, nothing just here with
having black mosquito quail, empom wisie bebre, and say wo hene so. Sham kama, no, emubu, na jumo size no, bojuma don't shred to me no.
And a heaven spray, having naphthalene balls, ne perfumed insect repellent, no, a kumwa mutu, na wa nam from nothing just sham with
heaven dear, bakope, heaven dear.
FDA actually a kratoyatum. Introducing the new Jamal washing powder with multi-enzymes that helps remove
has a grass. Not harsh on my hands. Forms easily. And removes stains well.
Oh, I still to be.
Ma, you brought 5 big sachets of new Jama washing powder.
Yes, ma.
It really removes stains. It has a nice fragrance.
Yes, ma.
Then add 30 sacks of Jama washing powder to your engagement list.
Hey,
Jama.
Yes, ma.
New Jama washing powder for cleaner, fresher wash. Your partner for clean clothes. This advert is FDA.
You are your own person, unique, one of a kind, special. That's why you deserve everything tailored to suit your particular taste, your preference, your needs. Just like MTN Just For You. You can get customized offers tailored to who you are. Dial *141# or use the MyMTN app to get to choose from a variety of offers made just for you.
Whenever you fly to space or take your first step as baby, SoftCare always stays with you.
New SoftCare Space Series is rooted from space technology. Keeps you dry and comfortable for 12 hours long. Offers you the most effective protection during your space journey.
SoftCare. Protect your leap.
Choose Sukasa for the highest quality, luxurious townhouses in East Lagoon Hills. 2, 3, and 4 bedroom in a gated community starting at $40,000 in Accra, Ghana. Sukasa, building on trust.
Every child is so unique.
You like no other.
Outstanding in every way.
It's me like no other.
So anytime you walk and play,
you like no other.
You are special like Indomie.
It's me like no other.
Did you know that every child on the planet has their own unique fingerprint like no other?
You like no other. I can play the drums. I'm talented. It's me like no other. I can sing. I can dance. You like no other.
As well as their own unique talents and abilities.
I can cook. I can paint. You like no other. Indomie. It's you like no other.
So every day, in whatever you do, remember you are special in your own way, like no other.
Thank you, Mom, for letting me know I'm special and for making me my special Indomie. Thank you, Mommy.
Introducing Indomie beef flavor. Buy now.
This advert is FDA approved.
The business segment is brought to you by MTN,
Pepsodent Charcoal and Pepsodent Herbal.
It's now time for the latest in the world of business news with Michael. Michael, over to you.
Thank you very much, Portia. Good evening and welcome to the business segment here on News 360. My name is Michael Obodu. Now, a ratings agency, Fitch Solutions, is predicting that the Bank of Ghana will cut the policy rate by 600 basis points to 22% by the end of 2024. The UK-based firm is attributing this to the downward trend in inflation from the fourth quarter of this year. The following Business News Desk report has more.
Fitch Solutions says in 2024, it expects that the Bank of Ghana will continue easing monetary policy, cutting the benchmark interest rate by 600 basis points to 22% by year-end. Inflation, it said, will average 17.1% in 2024 due to high base effects, mostly in the first half of the year in review, and exchange rate stability. This Fitch believes will put interest rates in a positive territory. Recently, the Bank of Ghana raised its policy rate by 50 basis points to 30% as the country confronts persistently high inflation. This is the smallest of 9 increases since November 2021, totaling 16.5 percentage points. The Monetary Policy Committee has blamed rising food prices for pushing up inflation.
Amid soaring fuel prices in the country, there may still be some transportation alternatives for commuters. In our special Friday feature, we bring you vehicle options worth considering to mitigate the impact of the high cost of fuel on your budget. The price of fuel over the last 5 years has almost tripled. This has largely affected the budget of many car users. But when using a vehicle is a crucial part of your everyday life, what options really do you have?
With my Audi, I used to fill the tank about 1,001 to 1,002, and then afterwards, and that would last me just a week. But when I started using the Prius, I fill the tank for about 700, and it will take me 2 weeks. And even that with my air condition on. So if days that the weather is so cold and I decide not to use the air condition, I can go some days added to the 14 days already.
A Prius, like what Nana Boakye drives, is a hybrid car that combines an internal combustion engine with an electric motor, offering improved fuel efficiency and reduced emissions compared to traditional engines. But if you would want something with even better fuel efficiency, then an electric car might be the option for you.
We have clients who have made a switch 3 years ago and now still using the car. They have saved a lot on their cost of transportation. On the average, most of our clients are saving about 90% on what they would have used on fuel. So if you are spending about, let's say, 3,000 a month, you are ending up spending 300 cedis if you are charging from the grid. Then there is a tremendous savings that you are making. And this is a pathway for those that are looking at reducing their cost and making the switch during this period.
However, these cars are relatively pricey as they usually come as brand new, and everyday people may not be able to afford them. So what other fuel-efficient options can they consider?
Looking at the nature of the economy, our price of fuel are very high. Purchasing for motorcycles, normal motorcycles, is going to be very expensive. So alternatively, we brought in the electric scooters, which are very cheap, and then also save you about 99% fuel costs. For electric scooters, like as the name sound, it is just purely on electricity. You charge it just like how we charge our mobile phones or how we charge laptops, computers. So that's just all that you need to do.
If costs or maybe safety may be a concern for you when it comes to switching to more economical transport alternatives, then you may want to consider getting a smaller car like this with a smaller combustion engine that are usually very fuel efficient. For 3 Business, my name is Michael Obodu. Advertising and corporate communications practitioners have explored the benefits of insights and ideas in their fields while leveraging artificial intelligence to improve work quality. The Advertising Association of Ghana and the University of Professional Studies collaborated to organize the 3-day event.
The workshop was with the theme Artificial Intelligence and Advertising Capabilities of the Future. Executive Director of the Association, Francis Dadze, spoke on factors which influenced the decision to host the event.
We were influenced by the fact that as the Professional Association of Marketing and Corporate Communication Practitioners in Ghana, by law, we are supposed to enhance research, knowledge and information and the capacity of our members to be able to deliver on their KPIs. And
some participants also shared their experiences from the 3-day program.
It's been very insightful, mind-blowing, and then it has given us a lot of in-depth knowledge on our current work that we do as corporate communicators.
There was a lot of talk about artificial intelligence, that's AI, and you realize that it's something that has come to stay. So industries, in PR, advertising, we all have to incorporate and use it to make our jobs better.
In all, 60 participants from various marketing and advertisement agencies across the country were certified. The Advertising Association of Ghana is the industry body and professional institute for Ghana's thriving and highly potent advertising and marketing communications business.
Well, that will be all for business news here on News 360. For more business stories, please check out our website, 3news.com. My name is Michael Obodu. Thank you for watching. As always, please stay safe. Up next is sports.
You are your own person, unique, one of a kind, special. That's why you deserve everything tailored to suit your particular taste, your preference, your needs. Just like MTN Just For You. You can get customized offers tailored to who you are. Dial *141# or use the MyMTN app to get to choose from a variety of offers made just for you.
Pepsodent introduces charcoal and lemon essence. The unique combination of natural essences whitens teeth naturally for you and family because every smile matters. New Pepsodent Herbal. Introducing a unique combination of herbal extracts in an antibacterial toothpaste for strong teeth and healthy gums that protects your family and you. Every smile matters.
Many people think I get whatever I want because I'm a popular actress. But no, that is not true. Me Ankasano, Adebia mi yebiano, me shishimpe papano. And when I find it, I stick to it. My shishimenya Bell Pack tissues. Bell Pack ewe tea roll. Bell Pack tea roll. Soft, but not weak. Strong, but not hard. It is smooth. Me yusua, me hotome. It's just perfect. Same as the kitchen towel. What about what? What me the papaye? What me soki? Echimu esa pepa. One Bell Pack kitchen towel lasts longer and saves you money. It's time you switch to Bell Pack today. Say your pocket tissue, table napkin, tea roll, and a kitchen towel. Bell Pack is simply the best. It's just perfect.
Nothing feels so good like Bell Pack. When you're little, days are extremely busy. Work, traffic jams, meetings, conference calls. Luckily, our mom is here to take good care of us with Day-by-Day Baby and Day-by-Day Kids and their naturally active ingredients. Our skin is hydrated, soothed, and protected all day long. Yes, hello?
Water is life. Water gives life. Water moves through nature in a never-ending cycle. Observe the beauty of water as it flows all around us, refreshing and restoring. Gaze in wonder at the stillness and beauty of nature. There's harmony in nature everywhere around. Water revitalizes the body and keeps you going strong. Water is life. Water gives life. Drink Awake Purified Drinking Water, one for life. So relax and unwind, and in the calmness of nature, find the rest you desire. For every bottle of Awake you buy, an amount to be donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA.
Are you tired of struggling with bad financial situations? At Quick Credit, we understand the difficulties that come with transitioning to a better one. That's why we're here to simplify the process for you. With loan facilities from 1,500 cedis upwards, all you have to do is call and we will take care of the rest. All you need is your national ID. No savings, no collateral, no susu, no deposits, and no account opening required. Quick Credit has you covered. Whether you're expanding a business, starting a new one, facing an emergency like school fees or funeral expenses, or even just in need of a salary loan. What are you waiting for? Call Quick Credit today. 0302 200 390 or 059 692 0833. We do not give loans via the internet. Quick Credit is regulated and licensed by the Bank of Ghana. Terms and conditions apply. Quick Credit. Lending made simple.
Sports segment is brought to you by Bell Pack Tissues.
Welcome back to News 360. Time now for sports. Wait, before I come to you, Carl, let me wear my glasses. All right, so I know something
terrible, depending on how you look at it, has happened to Juventus? What's it?
So they've been banned from playing in the Conference League next season. It's issues due to the financial fair play rules and stuff like that. I mean, they've breached a few rules in there. You know, Juventus are always
somewhere in the bad news. You know,
exactly.
All right.
Well, let's head on to our first story now. My name is Yao Fusulabi, and Juventus have been kicked out of this season's Europa League Conference League by UEFA and fined for breaching financial fair play rules. European football's governing body has also fined Chelsea for breaching FFP rules as a result of submitting incomplete financial information. UEFA says the matter relates to transactions which took place between 2012 and 2019. Now, Juventus have been fined £17.14 million, while Chelsea have been fined £8.57 million. Also, Fiorentina will take the place of Juventus in next season's UEFA Conference League. But to some more stories, and Arsenal have unveiled a bronze statue of legendary former manager Arsene Wenger outside the Emirates Stadium. He helped the Gunners to 3 Premier League titles and 7 FA Cups during his reign from 1996 to 2018. The Frenchman is lifting the Premier League trophy in a 3.5-meter statue outside the North Bank stand. The 73-year-old will be a guest of honor for Arsenal's home friendly against Monaco, another of his former clubs, on Wednesday. Well, our Nigerian defender will join the growing list of Africans in the Premier League next season after completing a move to Fulham, whilst AC Milan's search for a new midfielder continues. Here is the 3 Sports transfer wrap for today.
Fulham have announced the signing of Calvin Bassey from Ajax. The Nigerian has signed a 4-year deal with an option to extend for another year. Al Nassr have reached an agreement with Bayern Munich for the transfer of Senegal winger Sadio Mane. The former Liverpool man had an underwhelming season at Bayern, but now looks to Saudi Arabia to form a strike partnership with Cristiano Ronaldo. Leicester City have completed the signing of Stephy Mavididi from French club Montpellier. The deal will cost Leicester €7.5 million as the forward prepares for a new chapter in English football. Rangers FC have completed the signing of Brazilian striker Danilo on a 5-year deal from Feyenoord. The 24-year-old scored 14 goals in 48 appearances in all competitions last season. AC Milan are closing in on the signing of American midfielder Yunus Musa from Valencia on a permanent transfer. The 20-year-old provided 2 assists for Valencia in La Liga last season and has agreed personal terms with Milan as he looks to make his debut in the Serie A.
Right, so that was the transfer wrap there. And to some local news, the head coach of Oko United, Prince Owusu, has attributed the struggles of the Black Stars to the lack of quality strikers and high turnover of the coaching staff. Ghana is yet to secure qualification to the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations.
Yeah, I think it's a big problem with our strikers now in Ghana. Before we were able to produce very good ones. We are not doing that now. So the scoring of goals is very difficult. Most of the time the midfield comes forward and score for us, you know, to win our big games, you know. But we need to work things out well.
Right, so that's Prince Owusu there talking about the lack of strikers as a bane of Ghana's recent poor form in international competitions. And that brings us to the end of the sports news this evening here on News 360. My name is Yao Fusulabi. Entertainment news and international will follow after the break.
It all starts with a dream. A quest to create life through fabric, with a process that gives meaning to every inspiration. It all starts with passion, an innate desire to capture tradition into design, a symbol of indigenous creativity, perfectly made to define the soul-giving radiant colors and a bold look. The essence of state-of-the-art mastery, indulging every fiber of its being, birthing timeless styles, imprinted in our hearts and in our lives, so you can also dream to be. Life Style.
Jackpot of the week. Place bets and hit the jackpot. Log into the 1xBet account. Click on the Take Part button. Place bet and take part in the jackpot draw. Give your luck a chance. Use promo code to get a bonus on your first deposit.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below 18 years. Gambling can be addictive.
Introducing the new Jamal washing powder with multi-enzymes that helps remove stubborn stains.
It has a nice fragrance. Not harsh on my hands. Foams easily. And removes stains well.
Oh, I still to be.
Ma, you brought 5 big sachets of new Jamal washing powder.
Yes, ma.
It really removes stains. It has a nice fragrance.
Yes, ma.
Then add 30 sacks of Jamal washing powder to your engagement list.
Hey, ma.
Jamal.
Yes, ma.
New Jamal washing powder for cleaner, fresher wash. Your partner for clean clothes. This advert is FDA.
Every child is so unique.
You like no other.
Outstanding in every way.
It's me like no other.
So anytime you walk and play,
you like no other.
You are special like Indomie.
It's me like no other.
Did you know that every child on the planet has their own unique fingerprint like no other?
You like no other. I can play the drums. I'm talented. It's me like no other. I can sing. I can dance. You like no other.
As well as their own unique talents and abilities.
I can cook. I can paint. You like no other. Indomie. It's you like no other.
So every day, in whatever you do, remember you are special in your own way, like no other.
Thank you, Mom, for letting me know I'm special and for making me my special Indomie. Thank you, Mommy. Introducing Indomie beef flavor. Buy now.
This advert is FDA approved.
Mami Musa was same yansa. Mun networks are use no. I'm planning and I'm recharge ya. Munyam faso everyone so. Mabwa, Capre, way. And that's what you want. Muntian Kabo through. Vodafone say every Saturday a Brevia Uber recharge from 5 cities El Cobiano. Assigned with seek up to 20% amount back cash. Our Vodafone cash so. It shock you? Would you young yarn say? Uber recharge. Say my Vodafone app. Vodafone cash. Credit transfer. Short code. MUBIA. Uradia.
Top up your airtime with 5 Ghana Cedi or more in Vodafone's demo promotion and receive up to 20% of your money back straight into your Vodafone cash wallet. Recharge and cash out in the Vodafone demo promotion.
Vodafone, further together.
Entertainment news segment is brought to you by Awake Purified Drinking Water, GTP Lifestyled, Vodafone, further together, and powered by 3 Entertainment.
Anita is here to give us the latest in the world of entertainment. Anita, Ochame Kwame is still rapping about hepatitis B.
Exactly. He's been doing it for 14 years, by the way.
Wow.
So 14 years. And actively making sure that we're educated on hepatitis. That's commendable.
Good.
Yeah. Rap doctor. Yeah. So let me get into the details. My name is Anita Ikia Ikufu, and rapper Ochame Kwame for 14 years has been committed to educating Ghanaians on hepatitis B. The versatile rapper and his team were at the Medina station to screen and vaccinate people against the disease as the world marks Hepatitis B Day. And speaking to 3 Entertainment, he called on other celebrities to take up advocacy roles on disease prevention and cure.
For 14 years, Oshame Kwame has waged a campaign against hepatitis B with a nationwide screening and vaccination exercise. Today was no different as the world marked Hepatitis Day. The versatile rapper and his team screened over 600 people at the Medina STC station in Accra. He is excited to have played a major role in the awareness creation